Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Ian and thank you for joining me for this week's story time. Today we're going to be reading one of my classroom's all-time favorite books, the Dr. Seuss ABC, An Amazing Alphabet book. So get excited. Let's begin. Big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator. A. Big B, little b, what begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C. Big D, little d, what begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. D. Big E, little e, what begins with E? Ear, egg, elephant. E. Big F, little f, what begins with F? Four fluffy feathers on a fiffer, pfeffer, pfeff. Big G, little g, what begins with G? Goat and goo-goo goggles. G. Big H, little h, what begins with H? Hungry horse, hen in hat. H. Big I, little I, what begins with I? Itchy, Ichabod. I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar. J. Big K, little k, what begins with K? Kangaroo and kite. K. Big L, little l, what begins with L? Lion with a lollipop. L. Big M, little m, what begins with M? Mice in the moonlight. M. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties, nightshirt, and nose. Big O, little o, what begins with O? Ostrich, oil, orange owl. O. Big P, little p, what begins with P? Painting some pajamas pink. P. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking quackaroo. Big R, little r, what begins with R? Rosie's red rhinoceros. R. Big S, little s, what begins with S? Salmon sipping soda pop. S. Big T, little t, what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tree. Big U, little u, what begins with U? Uncle Ub's umbrella and his underwear too. Big V, little v, what begins with V? Verna Vera Vin and her violet violin. Big W, little w, what begins with W? Willie's in the washtub washing Waldo Woo. Big X, little x, what begins with X? X-ray and xylophone. XXX. Big Y, little y, what begins with Y? A yawning yellow yak with Yolanda on his back. Big Z, little z, what begins with Z? A zizzer zazzer zuzz, as you can plainly see. The end. Thank you all again for joining me, and hopefully I get to see you next time we do Storytime. Take care.